All right, guys, let's get started. I want to introduce you guys to Jamie. Some of you guys, we've had Divvy Homes in before. We have been talking, and Jamie, just so you know, we've been talking about how to get people to go ahead and purchase during these difficult interest rate times. Not historically high, but relative to the last several years, they're high. And so we've been talking about how to get people to purchase and get them off the dime there and teach them how the interest rate works. We've been over the numbers and all that stuff. And we still have people who don't qualify. We still have people who aren't willing to take a loan out for that. I just talked to one of you guys about a seller who's doing a seller finance deal, rent to own. But Jamie can make it nice and easy for you guys and get you paid in full at closing and everything else. So I want to let him explain his program. I appreciate you coming in, Jamie, and everybody's excited to hear what you have to say.
Awesome. Thanks for the nice introduction, Ryan. Really excited to be here. Thank you for having us in. So my name is Jamie Friedman, and I am from Divvy Homes. What I can do is share my screen, and I can walk through how Divvy works and answer all your questions about Divvy. Would you mind giving me, awesome, cool. All right. Can everyone see my screen okay? Looking good? Awesome. So my name is Jamie. I'm here from Divvy Homes. I work on the marketing team. What I'll do is walk you through Divvy and how you can really expand your business for those who can't commit to a mortgage, who don't want to commit to a mortgage, or for those who can't afford a mortgage right now. So instead of putting them into a traditional rental, saying, come back to me when you're pre-approved, or maybe waiting to see if rates go down, you now have a great opportunity to use Divvy as a business tool to put them into a home now, more commissions for you. So if you're not familiar with what we do over here at Divvy, is that we have a twist on the rent to own model, and we're trying to make homeownership accessible to everyone. So we're really trying to bridge a gap for those who don't want to commit to a mortgage, can't afford a mortgage, more commissions for you. You can see a couple reasons why Divvy was created. So as the prices of homes start to go up, paychecks are not, so it's becoming harder and harder for the average American to not only get a mortgage, but the right mortgage. The average millennial will spend over $200,000 on rent across their lifetime, and the average homeowner has a net worth that is 40 times greater than the average renter. So you can see a couple reasons why Divvy was created. And we are creating homeowners at double the rate as our closest competitor. So 47% of all Divvy customers are purchasing the home back from us. I think that's largely attributed to the savings component we have built into our product. So there are other lease purchase, rent to own companies out there, but what's really going to separate Divvy is going to be that savings component. And I'll talk about how that works in just a little bit. But for you as an agent, what is the value proposition for you working with Divvy? You could start turning those unqualified leads, those leads who are on the fence of purchasing, as interest rates start to go up to 8%, it's becoming harder and harder for a lot of customers actually to commit to that mortgage. So you can actually help them get into the home now. They can get pre-approved in 3 years whenever the time is right for them. You're working with a cash offer with a 2-week close, and you're earning a full sales commission. So typically rental leads are anywhere from $300, $400, $500. With Divvy, you earn a full sales commission on the transaction. So the first thing to do is to sign up for an agent portal. If you haven't done so, it takes about 2 minutes. You can either put in your phone up to that QR code, or let me drop in the chat a link that you can use. It takes about 2 minutes to sign up. And we currently are running a promotion that if you do sign up for an agent portal in the month of November and you have an offer accepted in the first 60 days, you can earn a $1,500 bonus. So a little incentive for you to sign up for an agent portal and start sending leads over to Divvy. So I'll leave that up for one more second. I don't know if people were already putting their phone up to the QR code, but I'll move forward in a second here. All right, cool. So as you're thinking who this maybe can be good for as far as Divvy goes, start thinking about those who need help saving or don't want to put down a huge down payment. So instead of putting down 20%, 10%, 5%, 3.5%, a Divvy customer can actually put down 1 or 2% upfront, and they can move into a home. So maybe someone does have good credit, but they don't have savings. This could be a great option for them. Or someone maybe has savings, but they don't have good credit. So we only look for a 550 to approve customers. So if you're working with those who are short of the 640, 620, 600 mark, we look for a 550. We also look for 3 months of steady employment. So instead of that 2-year job history, we only look for 3 months. So maybe someone started a new job or self-employed, or they've relocated to Central Florida. You know, they want to try before they buy, see if the kids like the schools, they like the neighborhood, they don't want to commit to that mortgage right now, they can move into the home with Divvy. So we really think that today our product is going to be positioned better than ever, because you're probably hearing these two objections most commonly. You know, number one, I can't afford it. So if your customers are saying, I can't afford it, you know, I don't want to put down 20%, with Divvy, again, 1 or 2% up front. So it really gives you a way to handle that objection. If someone's saying I can't afford it, Divvy's another option as long as they qualify. Or if now is not the time. Like I said, interest rates are creeping up to 8%. I think the last time I checked, they were 7.3% along those lines. Customer can move into the Divvy home now. They have 3 years to purchase it back at any point. They get pre-approved with the lender of their choice, and they can buy the house back maybe if rates go down. So I think that's just another way to handle that objection. If you're hearing, I can't afford it, and now is not the time. Divvy's a free application fee, costs nothing to apply, soft credit pull. They can always see how much they get approved for. All right, so that is a lot of information in about 3 minutes. Before I talk about how Divvy works and our qualifications, any quick questions I can help answer? Feel free to go off mute or put them in the chat. Let me ask everyone a question. What are you seeing for clients to get approved for a mortgage? What kind of credit score are you seeing? Maybe a 640, 620, 600?
What are the fees involved?
Great question. We don't have an application fee. They have to put down a 1 or 2% down payment and first month's rent. So long story short, 1 or 2% down payment up front and first month's rent. Liz is saying 640 plus. Okay. Yeah, I hear all sorts of different numbers. 640, 620 is about typical mortgage. So your clients can actually apply to Divvy. It's at no cost for them to apply. If they're approved, they could start shopping for homes off of the MLS. They select a home of their choice. Divvy purchases that house in cash. So you invite your customer, they find a house that's for sale, we buy that house in cash, you get paid a full sales commission. The customer could then move into the home. As they're paying rent, they can start saving with Divvy, and they can ultimately use that savings to purchase the home back from Divvy. So you're making a full sales commission on the initial transaction when we purchase it for your customer. Your customer is getting on the road to become a homeowner with savings.
How does Divvy determine what the rent price is per month?
Great question. So we actually do a calculation, and it's going to be on a per property basis. So the way that we're really calculating rents are going to be list price, taxes, HOA, homeowner insurance, and some other factors as far as like maintenance goes into the rental amount. So it's just a basic calculation, and that's on a per property basis. It's not like a $300,000 home would equal this in rent, but it's going to be just more of an algorithm. Yeah, and based off of that, the way we're approving our customers is for rent and savings. So we're not approving them like you would typically see a 30-year fixed rate or a lender would. We're approving them for rent and savings. So you could see why our qualifications are a little bit different. We're only looking for a 550 FICO score. So maybe someone has gone through a one-time life event, you know, they've had medical bills, they've gone through a divorce, they've had certain situations which has really hurt their credit. Maybe someone has started a new job, self-employed, has harder times proving out income. So we only look for 3 months of employment. they've gone through a bankruptcy, they've gone through an eviction in the past. We're really trying to help those type of customers move into the home with these different qualifications now. There's a question, is this for first-time home buyers only? Can this be used for investment properties or second homes? Angel, that's a great question. So this is going to be for primary residences. So as far as second homes or investment properties, we won't be able to really accommodate those type of homes. This is for those who are going to be living in the home and working on potentially purchasing it back. Cool. So you've heard me say something about savings. So why is Divvy going to be different than any other lease purchase company? It's because of the savings component. And it's going to be dependent on their FICO score, how much they have to put down, and ultimately save towards if they choose to save with Divvy. So the only time that we have savings built into the product and into that monthly payment is if they're below a 600 FICO. So if they're below a 600 FICO, they put 2% down, they save to a 10% down payment over 3 years. I'll show you how that works on an example. If anyone is above a 600, they have more options. They can either put down 2% up front and save with Divvy to 5%, or 2% down with flexible home savings. So this flexible home savings is going to be great for those who don't need help saving, that want to save on their own or have like a commission structure job. What's really cool about the next option, if someone has great credit, they don't have a whole lot of cash, they could put down 1% up front and save to a 5% down payment. Question, when move into the home, how long can they wait to decide to buy the home? Great question. A customer can purchase a home back at any point. They don't have to wait until the end of the first year. So they give Divvy a 60-day notice. Anytime in 3 years, they could buy the house back. So let me show you an example on how this breaks down. So if we're going to look at this house in St. Cloud, I want to show you a couple of different numbers. So we're going to look at these 3 monthly payments, and this house is listed at $374. So if we're taking a look at this option here, this is going to be the flexible home savings. And most commonly, it's a 2% down payment. And then you could see they have no monthly savings built into the monthly payment. So the customer can actually choose to put in $100 one month, $200 the next month. They could see that savings build over time, and they can actually purchase back the home with that savings. So this is going to be the flexible home savings option with the 2% down. The next one is the 2% down with the 5% savings. So you'll see that the monthly home savings is included into this monthly payment. And what we're doing is helping that customer save to 5% over that 3-year period. Granted, a customer can purchase back at any point, but we're helping them save to 5% on the path to have enough saved they can use as their down payment. I will mention that a customer can walk away at any point, but if they do, we have a 2% relisting fee. In this case, they would forfeit over their initial down payment. What happens with the cash that they do save on a monthly basis, they get that back in full. That's their money. All right. If a client has a home already but plans to sell their home, can they qualify for Divvy? Yes, they can potentially. If they do have a mortgage already in their name, that would be counted towards their DTI. But there's a lot of customers who already own a home that do apply to the program, or even if they're renting out that home, that could be counted as income. The savings option, is that money accruing interest? So it does gain interest on the value of the home. Yes. The last option that I'll show you here is going to be the 10% savings. So you could see that the monthly savings is going to be significant towards compared to the other ones. And we're really helping our customers save a lot more. In this case, it's over $41,000 that they can use as their down payment. All right, so those are the 3 monthly savings options that you see on the website. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. Most commonly will be 2% down, helping our customers save, hopefully have enough that they can use as their down payment. Whenever they're ready to buy, they pick a third-party lender of their choice. So if you have a preferred lender, you want to say, hey, reach out to my lender. Looks like you saved this much money. They can actually buy the house back. When they're ready to buy the home back, they can purchase it back at any point, but it will be at a locked-in price. So we have two different buyback prices, one at 18 months and one at 36 months. So a customer can purchase back at any point, but it will be at these prices. So they pick a lender of their choice and they can purchase the house back. Cool. Any questions about the monthly payments or the purchase price before I jump back onto the slide deck?
So quick question is Eric. So what if the client cannot get a loan after 36 months? Is there any program that you guys can help them buy the home?
So it's a 3-year period that a customer can purchase a home back from Divvy. If they can't get a loan at that 3-year period, then we can extend it for an additional 1 year, 12-month term. So we can, if they're in good standing, so if they are paying their rent on time, essentially, we can extend it for an additional 1 year if they want to.
I guess part of the question is, do you guys work with lenders that will help them part of their saving, building credit?
Yeah. So we actually auto enroll every customer into credit counseling if they choose to use it. So that's free for every Divvy customer. And we're helping them save if they choose to save with Divvy. So we're really trying to put them on that path. It's not like actually required, but they are enrolled and they can choose to use it if they want.
Okay, thanks. And last question, the buyback price, is it like a percentage of the original price, or how is it calculated?
So you'll see that the original price is $374. We're appreciating homes between 5 and 7% year over year, and that's the way that we're appreciating homes right now. As things start to change within the market, we're looking to maybe eventually change the way that the product is really built, but right now this is how it is.
Okay, thank you. Even if the market goes down, yes. So even if the market does go down, so they can choose to purchase at any point in 3 years. If the market goes down, and let's say this house is worth $200,000, Divvy just bought an expensive home. So we're really hedging our bets for the customer if Divvy does buy a more expensive home. Once the customer gets into the program and wants to become the owner, how much is your company charge? You'll see right here, we have 2 different buyback prices.
Jamie.
Cool. Oh, yep.
So are there any limitations on the type of home or type of property to include vacant land? Great
segue to my next slide. So we're looking to purchase move-in ready houses that don't need necessarily a lot of work. Fixer-uppers won't be really part of our vocabulary. So you could see right here, if it can't pass like an FHA type of inspection, it's not really going to be a good investment for our customers. We can purchase a new construction home, but it must be ready to close within 90 days. So essentially like a spec house. And then as far as, I'm sorry?
Thank you.
Oh, no worries. And as far as our buyback, not buyback, but our buy box prices will be, you can see right here, in Orlando, we're purchasing up to $475. And let me jump onto the website. So this is called your agent portal, and this is where you do everything as a Divvy agent. So the first step to do is to actually sign up for a portal account and then start sending invites over to your customers. Has anyone signed up for a portal account and sent an invite yet? Just curious. I'm sure maybe have. So it's super easy to send an invite. So you want to click invite on the left-hand side of the screen. And you want to put in that customer's first name and their last name. So if it's John Smith, and then put in his email address, send that invite over to John. So that way he's linked to you as his Divvy agent and he can start on the application. It's only a soft credit pull and there is no application fee. And it takes our team 1 to 3 business days to approve customers. Do you work with 1099 customers? Yep, absolutely. We do definitely work with self-employed. I think about 70% of all Divvy customers are self-employed. So if a customer does apply and if they're approved, you receive an email saying, congratulations, John Smith has been approved. You could start shopping with homes off of the MLS or on our website that fits his budget. So if we're doing a home search, 2 different ways to look for homes. You can look on the left-hand side. You can look by address here. So if I type in 150, you could see homes that populate here, or I could look within the Orlando area. So I'm going to look at Orlando. Then you could start searching to the area where you want to look. So if we're going to look down south here a little bit, homes populate onto our website that fit our initial property criteria. So let's say John's interested in this home. Super easy to initiate an offer. Go into our portal, and on the left-hand side of the screen, we have initiate offer right here. Put in that customer's name and their property address, and you work with our offers team. We actually write up the offer for you. So you'll work with our offers team, come up with a fair offer price. Keep in mind we're a cash offer with a 2-week close, and we actually write up the offer for you on a standard state form. Return it back to you with proof of funds and a cover letter that you could present over to the listing agent. If we do go under contract, we do have something called a home quality evaluation that is most likely going to be including an inspection. Once we do have that inspection report back, we'll ask the sellers a credit for the repairs that we find, or they can do some repairs on their own. We close in 2 weeks. You as the agent earn a full sales commission on the day of closing. And the day after closing, the customer can move in. So it all starts right here with the offer initiation, and you work with our offers team and we write up the contract for you.
So Jamie, on your offers team, so for our normal process, we're adding in a 3rd wheel or cog to the process. What's the timeliness of their return, and are they limited to 9 to 5 Monday through Friday?
We work 7 days a week. And as far as the response time, so our offers team calls you within about 2 to 4 hours once you do initiate an offer, and we can write up a contract typically within an hour or 2 after that conversation. So we try to write up an offer for you as quickly as possible, and we do work on the weekends. Absolutely.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Rob has a question. Can they qualify for a new home already built? There is inventory on every new community. So yes, if it's a new construction, we can purchase a new construction, but it has to be closed within 90 days. It has to be ready to close within 90 days. So completion. No worries.
So a quick question, Eric. So you're pretty much looking for clients that are just not ready to buy right now. They could qualify in a few weeks or months, but they're just not ready now. that's the
Yeah. So if you're running into customers who can't qualify right now, maybe they need a little bit more time working on their credit, saving, maybe they need that 2-year job history. This could be a really good avenue for those type of customers, but it's not only those customers who can't qualify. So those customers that are getting cold feet, you know, they don't want to commit to a rate right now. They can use Divvy to move into the home, because if you look at apples to apples on how a mortgage payment with an 8% interest rate and how a Divvy home monthly rent payment really looks at each other, it's super comparable. So, and then you look at the upfront costs that someone might have to pay on an FHA loan on a $300,000 home. It's going to be upwards to 24, 25,000, but Divvy, it could be about 7 or 8,000. So if you're looking at customers who don't want to put down a lot of money and want more options, see where the market's going to turn or where interest rates go in the next 3 years, this is going to be a really good option.
Okay, thank you.
I have a very long way of answering questions. I apologize. Cool. So yeah, so that's how you initiate an offer. You're going to make a full sales commission on the day that we close on the home, and the customer can move into the home the day after closing. So you're really providing more options for your customers, and you're going to have more commission opportunities with Divvy. Just as far as marketing goes, we do have a variety of different marketing strategies and templates that we have. So if you want to learn how to create a Facebook ad campaign with Divvy, how to market your rental leads and convert rental leads into Divvy customers, we also do have some marketing templates as well that are pretty standard, whether it's social media, postcards, door knockers. You know, when you are talking to potential buyers and you're having buyers consultations, you know, new homeowners consultations, I think this is a really good option. You can always ask a question of, what are you looking to accomplish in the next 3 years? Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to rent? If you're looking to buy, how soon are you looking to buy and what's holding you back? You can actually move into a home now with Divvy. The last part of the portal that I'll show you is we have a training section and an agent help center. These are just great resources for you to learn a little bit more about Divvy. You know, if you want to take this agent on demand learning course, this is about an hour-long course where you can really get up to speed on how Divvy works, and you could start properly explaining Divvy over to your customers by taking this course. All right, that is a lot of information. So what kind of questions does anyone have about marketing, about our process, how Divvy works?
How is the title company chosen?
So we tend to use, within Florida, we tend to use our own title company. It's called Divvy Title. We like to try to keep things in-house. We can work, if you have a preferred title company that you really want to work with, we can make exceptions, but we typically like to close with our own title company, and we pay for the seller's title insurance. So if you do have any questions about maybe some of your clients, you can always send us an email to partners@divvyhomes.com. So we have a dedicated agent support team. If you have questions, please include the email address of the customer you're speaking towards. That's the way we really categorize our system. And if you have any questions along the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about marketing or how some agents are closing 20+ deals a year, I'm going to be a really great resource. So my information is jamie@divvyhomes.com. Feel free to send me an email, anything I can help at all.
You guys have any more questions for Jamie? Jamie, just while I have you for a moment, will you please make me the host again? So, because if you leave, we'll all die.
Sure. Yeah. And Ryan, I will send you the deck that I did cover and some other resources if you want to share them with your team.
and my contact information as well.
Of course. Guys, and Jamie, do you mind writing your contact information in the chat real quick for the guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, guys, this is another arrow in your quiver. This is another way to market and sell to people that, I mean, right now, buyers are not easy to come by, and a lot of people have issues and they can't do this. I actually texted or I put in the chat a question about the maximum home value because I have a relative who can't buy because she has she is 1099 and she runs her own business, and so her credit's fine but her income doesn't show, and or it's up and down and everything else, and she wants to buy something more expensive than what you guys do, but you know, the maximum was 475 I think in the Orlando area, and that's where she is. That's what was the Tampa one, Jamie? We have
475.
Also 475. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so there's people out there that are willing to buy and have plenty of money, and they make plenty of money, and they just can't qualify for one reason or another. I talked to one of you, like I said this morning, doing a seller finance, and the person is an engineer, but they started their own business and the business fell through, and so they've got financial issues and credit issues like that, but they went and got a job again and they make good money. Just they started their job 6 months ago, so they don't have, you know, they've got credit issues, but they can afford it. So it's there's all kinds of stuff out there. And you guys, there's people, everybody out there's got a story. And another way to market to these people, Jamie's going to supply you guys with marketing that you can plug into your social media and just get going with it. So this is a great way to boost your sales. You know, if you get a couple more sales out of it every year, how great is that? If you get tons more sales out of it, how great is that? Lisa just posted that she loves Divvy, didn't qualify, do their debt to income. Yeah. So sometimes people don't. But it's a great way to get people. So, Jamie, I appreciate it. Any other questions for Jamie before he goes? All right. Well, thank you, Jamie,
Awesome.
very much. And yeah, please email me anything you would like to, and I'll distribute it as necessary. You guys, if you have any other questions or anything, there's Jamie's info is in there. I'm sure that you'll email me after and say, hey, I didn't get Jamie's info. And so I'll have it. I'll be happy to help you with it. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, Ryan. Hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe down there. Take care.
Thank you, bud. Will do. All right. Any questions or comments for me or for the group? No. Daryl, let's hear what you got going on.
Let me see, what do I have going on? Got a closing today. I guess that's going on.
There you go. And it's getting done. And hopefully the insurance has been written in time and everything else.
It had, yeah, I was nervous about that. Actually, on the final walkthrough, the AC went out. Nightmare.
That sounds
So
right.
We got past that yesterday, so it's closing today. So
Oh, good.
everything's to go.
Believe it or not, that's better than it going out tomorrow. You know, then
Yeah.
everything looks really bad.
It is what it is.
Well, good for you, man. Good for you.
Thank you.
What else do you guys have going on? Anything? Any questions or comments? Anybody? I know a lot of you guys have done Home Partners of America. You've done deals with them in the past, and we'll have them in again as well. It's a similar program, not the same. Divvy's actually a little more flexible, I think. Home Partners of America is a little easier to understand, more straightforward, but this one's more flexible. So it's harder to understand because there are more moving parts. But I think I mean, I kind of like this program better. I think it reaches more people and more people can qualify for it. So any other questions or comments? And Home Partners of America, I believe last check, this was a couple of years ago before the boom, was 500,000 maximum. So it's probably a little higher now. Maria, if you just scroll up the chat a little bit where you just wrote, he wrote down everything. Jamie at Divvy Homes, 720-637-2008. Divvy's been around Florida since 2019. They purchase homes up to 475. Okay. Just scroll up the chat a little bit, Maria. All right. Any other questions or comments before we go? Anything else? Anybody have anything else to share with everybody? All right. Well, you guys, there's don't forget your crypto drinks. Scroll back up to the top of the chat for that, for the link to that. And I think that's on Saturday, Liz. Yep. All right. All right. We'll see you guys next week. This was a nice and short one. No questions. Awesome. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.